Soft November rain against the windows. The faint glow of fairy lights. A kettle just beginning to hum far away in the kitchen. Shh, come on in. The bakery is closed, the sign is turned to back. Tomorrow and the street outside is empty, except for the gentle rain. It's just me tonight, Lily, sitting at the little table by the window where Seamus usually reads his paper. I saved the corner booth for you, the one with the softest cushions. On the table in front of me is a mug of chamomile honey tea, still steaming, and a small stack of letters that arrived this week. Some came in the mail, some were slipped under the door after closing. Some appeared magically in the suggestion box with no stamp at all. They're all addressed the same way, to Lily Rainy Day Bakery, wherever the rain sounds kindest. I thought tonight we'd open them together, very, very slowly, the way you open something precious when the whole house is asleep. So find your place under the blanket. Let your shoulders drop. Let the rain do the talking for a minute. Long pause filled only with gentle rain. Here's the first one. Thick cream-colored paper, written in dark blue ink. Dear Lily, my name is Mara and I'm in Ohio. When the nights feel too big, I put on your stories and pretend I'm walking half a step behind you down the hill, under the yellow umbrella that got replaced by the duck handle one. My grandma used to make something she called cloud cookies, the softest sugar cookies, with a dollop of whipped cream folded into the dough so they bake up tall and pale, like little clouds on the tray. I lost her recipe the year I lost her. If you ever feel like trying cloud cookies on a foggy morning, I think I'd fall asleep smiling for the first time in months. Thank you for being the place I go when I can't go home anymore. Mara. A slow breath. Mara, I read your letter 3 times before the sun even thought about coming up. Tomorrow morning, first thing, before I even start the cinnamon rolls, I'm going to make cloud cookies. I'll whip the cream until it's fluffy as January snow. Fold it into the dough so gently it barely knows it's being touched. And when they come out of the oven, tall and pale and trembling a little on the tray, I'll save the tallest one on a small white plate, right here on this table. Just for you. Soft rustle of another envelope. This next one is on pale blue stationery that still smells faintly of lavender. Dear Lily, I'm a night shift nurse named Daniel in Portland, Oregon. I get home at 7 a.m. when the rest of the world is waking up, and I'm too wired to sleep. Your bakery is the only place that feels open at that hour, even though I know it's pretend. My dad used to bake cinnamon oatmeal bread on Sunday mornings when I was little. The whole house smelled like safety. If you ever make that bread, I'll finally be able to close my eyes. Thank you for giving tired people somewhere soft to land. Daniel, the oats are already soaking in buttermilk on the back counter. Tomorrow the dough will rise slowly beside the warm oven while the rain keeps time on the windows. When the loaf comes out cracked and golden, and the cinnamon fills every corner of this little shop, I'll tear the heel off while it's still steaming, wrap it in parchment, and leave it right here with your name on it. Another envelope, thinner this time, written in purple gel pen. Dear Lily, I'm 12 and my name is Sophie. I live in Georgia. My mom plays your stories when storms scare me. Last year my grandpa taught me how to make peach hand pies with the peaches from his tree. He died in March. The tree is still there, but I'm afraid to pick the peaches this summer because it'll hurt too much. If you ever made peach hand pies and told the story while the dough was chilling, maybe I could be brave again. Thank you for making storms feel smaller. Sophie, I still have 4 jars of last summer's peach preserves that Mrs. Henderson from down the road brought me. Tomorrow I'm pulling one out. I'll roll the dough thin enough to see light through, spoon in the golden peaches that taste like Georgia sunshine, crimp the edges with a fork the way grandpas do, and brush the tops with cream so they bake up shiny. And while the little pies rest in the fridge, I'll tell the rain every single thing your grandpa taught you out loud, so the recipe never gets lost again. A very small envelope, crayon drawing of a cat on the front. Dear Lily, this is Max from Minnesota. I am 6. My kitty got lost 2 weeks ago and I can't sleep. Mom says maybe Whiskers found a warm bakery. Do you have room for one more cat? He is gray with a white chin. He likes tuna and warm blankets. Thank you. Max, there's already a small fleece blanket folded on the window seat by the children's rocking chair. It's been waiting. If a little gray cat with a white chin pushes open the door tomorrow, and cats always find bakeries when they need to, there will be a saucer of warm milk and tuna, and the blanket will smell like vanilla and home. And if he never shows up, the blanket will still be there because Hope needs somewhere soft to sleep to. Soft rustle. This envelope is heavier a little. Folded card inside. Dear Lily, my name is Evelyn and I'm 79. I live in a nursing home in Vermont. I don't have many visitors anymore. Your voice is the closest thing I have to company after supper. When I was a girl, my mother made molasses crinkle cookies every first snowfall. The kitchen smelled dark and sweet and safe. I can still close my eyes and stand on the chair beside her, watching the dough crackle in the oven. If you ever baked molasses crinkles while the snow fell, I think I could visit that kitchen one more time before I go. Thank you for keeping the lights on for old women who are running out of Christmases. Evelyn, I have a tin of my grandmother's molasses on the top shelf. Tomorrow the first snow is supposed to start around noon. I'll measure the spices by heart. Roll the dough into perfect spheres. Coat them in sugar that sparkles like fresh powder. And when they spread and crackle open in the oven, I'll open the front door so the smell drifts all the way to Vermont. You won't need to stand on a chair this time. I'll bring the warm cookie right to you in a small white plate, the way mothers do when little girls become grandmothers and then great-grandmothers and then memories. A plain white envelope typed, Dear Lily, I'm an Army medic stationed in Washington State. I'm not allowed to say exactly where I'll be next month. Some nights I play your stories on low so my battle buddies don't hear. My wife used to make brown butter chocolate chip cookies before every deployment. She sent the recipe in my last care package, but the ovens here burn everything. If you ever browned butter until it smelled like toffee and folded in good chocolate, maybe I could taste home for 3 minutes before I have to leave again. Thank you for being the soft place I hide when I'm scared. J. Tomorrow morning the second I walk in, I'm browning butter. I'll let it go until it sings, until the kitchen smells like toffee and memory. I'll use the big dark chocolate discs that melt into puddles, and I'll underbake them just a little, so the centers stay soft for soldiers who have to be hard everywhere else. I'll package 6 of them in a small brown box lined with parchment, tie it with baker's twine, and leave it on the counter with your initial on top. They'll stay warm inside the box for hours, long enough to travel however far you need them to go. One last envelope. Thick, expensive paper written in careful adult handwriting. Dear Lily, I've never written a letter like this before. I'm a lawyer in Manhattan. People think I have everything. Most nights I sit in my high-rise with the city screaming outside. And I can't remember how to breathe. I found your stories by accident 3 weeks ago. When you plug in the fairy lights and say it's good to be back in the bakery, something in my chest unclenches for the first time in years. I don't have a recipe. I don't have a childhood treat. I just needed you to know that. The sound of your kettle and the way you talk about slow mornings is the safest I've ever felt in my entire life. Thank you for leaving the light on for people who forgot how to come home. Look up. The fairy lights are on right now. They're set to the slowest twinkle, the one that matches a resting heartbeat. They will stay on until the rain stops. And even after the rain stops, and even after that, you never have to knock. The door knows the sound of every tired footstep. Long pause. Only rain and the faint clink of a spoon against a mug. There were more letters tonight. So many more. One from a truck driver in Nebraska who misses his mom's banana bread. One from a college freshman in Texas, homesick for her little brother's birthday cupcakes. One from a firefighter in California who asked for snickerdoodles because they were the last cookies he ate before his dad's funeral. They're all tucked safely in the drawer beneath the cash register, next to the spare apron strings and the emergency chocolate. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, someone will walk through the fog or the snow or the dark before dawn. Let the bakery hold every name gently until morning. You are safe. You are home. You are loved exactly as you are. Tired eyes, restless heart, homesick soul and all. Close your eyes now. The fairy lights are still on. They'll stay on until you're asleep. And even after you're asleep. And even after that. Good night, sweet friend. I'll leave the porch light on, just in case. Rain fades slower, until only the soft glow of fairy lights and the quiet rhythm of breathing remains. Push open the colorful door, and find something baked just for them, because you asked. So for tonight, let the rain finish reading the rest of the letters to the rooftops.